we knew each other back in the day. You know, we grew up in Bismarck together. Kind of take me through a little bit of you know, where you grew up, when did you graduate, and where you went to school.
Okay, so grew up here in town, of course.
Yeah.
Richelt was my. You guys remember? Do you remember Richelt?
I do.
No
Oh, yeah.
longer.
No longer.
Awesome place. Too bad. I think it's BSEP now or something. But
Yep.
went to Simley, went to Bismarck High, and graduated in 2000.
Okay.
After that, I went to, just like anybody else, or most people that didn't know what they wanted to do, went to BSc.
Okay.
And I got a couple of associate's degrees there.
Okay.
And then I took some years off, still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then went to Dickinson State online and through BSc.
Okay.
Still didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay. And this is a couple years
This
after
is
high school now?
Yep. This is probably back in 2005 maybe,
Okay.
where I'm still trying to figure out my life. But I think that's a lot of us, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was a big sports guy back in high school and
Yeah,
junior high.
you played...
Soccer was my big sport in high school, but I did baseball, soccer, and then basketball, of course, too.
Oh, yeah.
And then in high school is where I kind of got into that social aspect of things and dropped baseball and basketball and just strictly did soccer.
Okay.
But they tried to recruit me to go to wrestle because my brother was a big wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
But I was like, I can't do that cutting weight thing you guys do. I saw my brother with the sweatsuit thing, take it off in the shower. I'm like,
Whole
no,
different
thank
level, right?
No, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm
You
out.
like to eat. You like to eat.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you played soccer all the way through your senior year in high school, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
What did you play? What position?
Striker.
Striker. Okay.
Yeah. And I did defense too, but my last year, senior year, I was a striker. So the goal scorer, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
So
yeah.
chase that ball around. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Fun. Good times. Now if I would try to do that, there's no way. That cardio. One sprint, I'm done.
Right.
Yep.
So then what got you into the furniture world?
Actually, that's a pretty awesome story.
And I don't know this story. You know, I know a lot about you, but I'm curious.
I get that question a lot, and so to go back to like that 2000, let's see, it's 2018, so 2007, 2006.
Okay.
I was a bartender at TGI Fridays. If you remember Fridays, the good old days.
I do.
I wish it was still open, but
I do.
My wife and I, we have our own booth 50 in the back in the bar. We don't have it anymore. But anyways, full time there, still like no direction or whatever you want to say. And I happened to pick up a shift in the restaurant side. Usually I bartended, and that was it.
Okay.
Picked up a shift in the restaurant side and happened to have Gene and Lil Zimmerman at my table.
Okay.
So gave him great service, I guess. Got to know him pretty good. They started coming in and asking, where's Nate at? And they would sit in my section, specifically ask for me, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then of course, Nate, you gotta come down when you're ready. Got a position for you at Zimmerman's Furniture. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. I was content, day to day, cash in my hand.
Yeah.
But then about 9 months later, it's like, can't do this forever. I'm here till 2 a.m. and just the kind of that lifestyle. I was just kind of sick of it. I was doing it for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I went to Zimmerman's and interviewed. Gene and Lil were at their vacation home, or not vacation, their other home, their snowbirds down in California. So I had an interview with Kim.
Okay.
At that time, Kim's the daughter.
Yeah.
At that time, I had hair down to here. I had a picture to show you guys someday. And I went into the interview with that hair, and I told her I would cut my hair if I got the position, which is probably not the right way to do that.
Right. And you were how old at this interview?
23 or 24. 23 maybe?
Okay.
Something like that. So I'm 35 now, so about 11 years ago, so 24, 23 years old.
Okay.
I liked my hair that was like longer and flowy, right?
Yeah, it was your thing.
It was my thing at the time, yeah. So it took a while to grow that out. So
okay.
She saw something in me and called me an hour later, if that, maybe even like 15 minutes later.
After the interview.
After the interview. And the rest is history. I cut my hair, and I've been there ever since.
Who cut your hair?
Tara, do you know Tara Usher, formerly Tara Thompson?
No.
Tara's cutting it. I think it's cutting. I don't even know, actually. She's been cutting my hair for 15 years since she started when we were like 19, 18 years old.
So you walked in, was like, it's got to go.
Hey, I got a big time job now. I'm going to go sell furniture. Okay. So she's like, okay, here we go. So cut the hair, and it's kind of been like this ever since. Wow. I went through the phase of the swoop that everyone did like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Okay. Which I still like it, but Jen likes this better, so we're going to roll with. Kind of like what you got going on.
Well, right. Yeah.
Just thankful that I still have hair.
Right. So the hair got cut, and you were ready.
Then I was ready
to take on the world.
Yep, so I thought.
So you thought.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as soon as you got the job, that's when you was 23, 24 years old, roughly, right?
Yep.
Okay. And right into Zimmerman's you went. And so then how did it go that first year? How was your first year?
It was tough, to be honest, because all I've been doing is bartending most of my adult life. Mm-hmm. So to go into that more professional, wearing ties and that kind of clothing and the
wasn't
hours
really your thing,
and just sales in general I didn't think necessarily my thing. Okay. People person, I guess. So I got by. I still did well. Yeah. But I wasn't like molded yet. Okay. And I, to be honest, I thought this would be more of a stepping stone into something else. Okay. In the future, be a resume builder, selling furniture. Wow. So. Okay. So that first year.
How are your numbers? How did you do sales wise?
My first so I started in March 2018, must have been 2007. Okay. My first full year is pretty good, my first full year, which would have been 2008, actually was salesperson of the year.
Your first year?
My first full year.
Wow.
Yeah.
First year, selling furniture for the first time.
First full year, yeah.
You were the salesman of the year.
Top guy in the company, yeah.
Wow.
And
what do you think?
More so off this kind of raw talent, I guess.
What was that? Can you look back now, 10 years ago, and look? I mean, most people don't go first year in a new line of work and just, I'm the salesman of the year right away off the bat, out the gate.
Right, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What do you think that was? What did that for you?
I have thought back on that, and I think it's kind of in my DNA. It is in my DNA now that I know that, but back then I didn't realize that. Just being in sports and just kind of a go-getter back then, but again, wasn't polished yet for that kind of stuff. Like when I would play sports, I would perform really well in games and stuff, but I hated practice. One of those guys, you know?
Yep.
Natural talent, but definitely wasn't to my potential. Same thing with school, all that.
But you've always been a natural competitor.
Totally.
I bet gym class. Oh yeah. Were you competitive in gym class?
Yep, sure was. Yeah. I had a real quick story in that. I think it was my senior year. Okay. And a class of like 30 kids, and just kind of rebellious a little bit. I'd always wear my flip-flops, my sandals. Not supposed to. Okay. And my gym teacher, I would do really well. I'd be one of the better athletes in class, if not do the best. Okay. But I was always that kid, I had my flip-flops on. So I actually got a B in gym, even though I was one of the better students at that kind of stuff because of my flip-flops. So
because of the flip-flops.
Because of the flip-flops. I'll never forget that.
Did you know you were getting a B because of your flip-flops?
I did not. So, but it's a good learning lesson when you look back on that.
Okay. So, and that did that put any drive inside of you at all, or was that just one of those things that you kind of built along the way? That was just one of the things that made you who you are now today.
One of the things that I'm obviously telling you now that I haven't forgot that. Okay. So, it's kind of cutting corners with that kind of stuff. So, to kind of get back to the first year at Zimmerman's being the salesperson of the year. Yeah. It was awesome. But I then moved to Minneapolis. Right at the end of the year, I took off and chased my now wife out to the cities.
Oh, wow.
Just crazy. So I kind of dropped everything, just
Okay.
throw it against the wall, see if it sticks.
Did she move out there, or was she already living out there?
She moved out there because she was going to chiropractic school.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know if furniture is for me or if that's what I want to do. I still don't know what I want to do, even though I did that.
Yeah.
I did a good job that first full year.
Okay.
So I chased her out there in 2009.
So you're the salesman of the year, first year on the job, crushed it. Left right away a year later to go follow your soon-to-be wife now.
Yep.
What did you do then out in the cities then? And how long were you out there?
We were only out there a year.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was gonna do. Actually, I just kind of packed up and said
Okay.
I'm out of here.
Okay.
Took off in the middle of winter and
Okay.
Had a friend out there that said, "Well, we'll hire you. Just come apply at LA Fitness as to sell personal training."
Yes.
In I forget Apple Valley.
Okay.
Apple
Yeah.
Valley.
Yep.
So
I've actually been to that one.
Have you? Yep. They're
Yep.
really nice facilities. So
Okay.
that is what I was doing out there
Okay.
for that year.
Okay.
And then got promoted throughout that year to have my own club in Blaine, the general manager of personal training in Blaine.
Oh, wow. So wait, first year on the job out at LA Fitness selling personal training, you got promoted
Right.
on the first year.
Yep.
And something brand new once again.
Something brand new. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And then they promoted you, and you went out to Blaine to run your own store.
Yeah. Well.
Or
Yep.
you-
I was the general manager of the personal training department in Blaine.
Got it.
Blaine
Okay.
was the low man on the totem pole out of I think it was 12 clubs.
Okay.
So of course they're gonna take someone that they think has some talent. We're gonna throw him in the crappy club at that time. I guess
See how
you'd
he
say.
does?
See what happens. See what goes on.
Yep.
And it actually worked out really well there too.
How did you do there at Blaine?
I did flip the numbers, and there were some months that I was the top club out of 12, or like the top 3
Wow.
for. I guess you'd go by contract per. Forget the terminology because it's been a while. But contract per new member
Sure.
to the club, not
The way they
necessarily
track the
personal-
results
right
of how many
yep,
you sold.
so they're not skewed.
Got it.
So
Okay. And
So,
then
yeah.
you did that then for about a year, and then you guys moved back to Bismarck?
yep, we moved back to Bismarck because Jen unfortunately got hurt at chiropractic school, so kind of done with that. So I actually stayed out a couple more, probably like another month or two while
Okay.
she moved back here.
Okay.
And that was that wasn't the life for me either. That you were there at 5 a.m., you could be there till 10 p.m.
Okay.
And that's all fine and dandy, but when it's a little more
Yeah.
corporate, I guess
Sure.
you'd say it's
Yeah.
a little tough. I guess you're not rewarded as much as you would hope.
Yeah. Very
So-
tough. So then you knew you were moving back once again.
Moving back once again,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you moved back, and then what?
So to be honest, which I'm sure like the Zimmermans will watch this, but I came back to Zimmerman's, of course, thinking I was going to get into the fitness industry myself and run my own thing and do my own training and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
So the first month I came back, this is crazy. That my salespeople are gonna hate me, especially the ones that have been there. But I came back like 9 days into the month, and that first month coming back, I was the top producer in
Right
the
away
company
off the
right
bat.
away. Yep. So realizing I'm just starting to develop a passion for design and furniture and that kind of stuff as time went on. But I did realize that financially, totally could make this work. And if you put the relentless mindset towards anything that you're doing, you can make it happen for sure.
Absolutely. So
So-
then, since then on now, you've been there ever since.
Ever since, yep.
Okay.
I came back in 2010 and
Okay.
still there. Yeah.
And now are you strictly selling, or are you managing as well?
So I do a couple things. Yep. So I still sell, of course.
Yeah.
I am also the sales manager
Okay.
there. And then I also do, which a lot of you see, home staging with either like 11th Avenue Interiors or team up with some other people to make that happen.
Okay.
Which obviously comes back to the store, and it all goes hand in hand. I'll also help people with remodels or renovations because, again, customers would always ask when I do house appointments.
Sure.
Nate, since you're here, what do you think I should do for flooring? What should I do for countertops? How should I lay out my kitchen? Should I move this here or there? What paint color should I do?
Okay.
What tile should I do for my fireplace? All that kind of stuff.
Then you can incorporate all that.
Yep. So when I started having that mentality probably 3 years ago or so, my numbers have actually gone up at Zimmerman's Furniture too. So that's pretty cool. It all goes hand in hand.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I kind of see a theme here of, from younger age to now to today, where no matter what you did and what situation you got thrown into, you didn't necessarily have a plan, and you kind of jumped in and took leaps of faith into certain jobs, not knowing if you'd like it or how you would do, but everything you've done, you've excelled at, and not just done well, top. Like
Right.
we're talking top, like I'm the best at what I do, right?
Yeah.
So there's a theme here that's going on in your life, obviously, and a reason why I brought you on. What do you think it is inside of you that, is it just the competitiveness inside of you, or is it, because I always believe in the passion of mine is that I believe everybody that does something great, they always have a why, right?
Yep.
They always have a why inside that's an internal driver, whatever that is. Do you have a why? Do you have a deep why inside of you of why you work as hard as you do?
I've been asked that question too. It's hard to pinpoint it. I do think the competitive nature is in my DNA for sure. But when it comes to my work, obviously I love what I do, and I do have a passion for it. But also I think of like my parents. We didn't have a ton of money or anything. We were probably mid to lower, financially. But my brother and sister and we would never know that.
Okay.
They would always, do what they could. We never knew that we were like that. But they did all they could to give us a great upbringing, and they did an awesome job with all three of us.
Okay.
Like taking us to Disneyland, all five of us piled in a Pontiac 6000,
Nice.
taking us all the way to California, up to Sacramento, through Yellowstone, all the way back.
Yeah.
Living not living, but eating out of a cooler, just so financially you can make that 2 to 3 week trip happen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And you obviously remember a lot of that.
Yep, sure do. So that's a driving force. I want that kind of, I don't know if that makes sense at all, but like just kind of the financial security to be able to do the things that we want to do when we want to do it, and then for our future, so that's doesn't affect us in any way,
Right.
So.
Right. Absolutely. So I mean, as you're kind of thinking through, what is there anything like in the mornings or throughout the days? Because I mean, what you do for a living can be tough. You can have some ups and downs, and do you have any things that kind of help you get through certain days? You know what I mean? When times get tough.
Yep, definitely. Like, the gym every morning. Like I already went to the gym before here just to kickstart my day.
Nice.
That's the biggest one, of course.
And how often do you go to the gym?
Probably daily. Probably daily.
You don't take Saturdays, Sundays off?
I try to, and it's hard to.
So maybe a day or two.
You're competitive at the gym, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it does. It's not necessarily like, I have fitness goals and all that kind of stuff, but mentally, it like kickstarts my day, so I feel good. Because your most production, in my opinion, is the beginning of the day. You're fired up like this. That's why I wanted to, ideally do this in the morning, because if the day gets long, you had 7 or 8 appointments, and then at the end of the day, we're maybe a little drained, but you just find that some other fire, more coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
So the gym is a huge. Would you say working out to you and going to the gym in the mornings? What time do you go to the gym? Usually
About 7.
About 7.
7:30.
Do you think that is more of a release, like a stress reliever for you, or do you take the gym as it's more of a motivator, like it fuels you? Which one? Because usually I hear people have it one or the other way.
Gosh, good question. I
You
feel
know
like
what I
it's
mean?
I feel like it's both.
And it can be both.
Yep, it's
It can
totally
be.
a stress reliever, or decompress, but at the same time, it again gets the blood flowing and gets you fired up for the day. So,
Yep.
good question. I have to say it's both of them.
You have to say it's both.
Yep.
Okay.
For
Awesome.
sure. If that even makes sense.
It
Supposed
does.
yeah, right.
No, it does. I mean, because so you do attribute your fitness and you going to the gym as one of your huge pros to staying
Yep.
at it.
The other one would be too is my wife Jen.
Okay.
She's a go-getter too. We're both very competitive. She's gonna be like maybe embarrassed, maybe not, but she was more competitive than I was back in the day.
Okay.
So like in soccer, she was Gatorade Soccer Player of the Year in the state of North Dakota our
Okay.
senior year, which is
Okay.
pretty wild. And then she's always like 110% or nothing, one of the two. So she drives me too, and then the business that I'm in, her understanding and being good with me working as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's morning till night. It could be, especially right now. Parade of Homes is coming up.
Yeah.
Got like 8 to 10 homes this stage. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm already busy. So having a spouse or to be okay with it, because it can affect.
Yeah. So what you're saying, and I really believe in this, because I have this as well, and it sounds like we relate on this exact topic. But your spouse is key. It's crucial.
100%.
So she motivates you.
Yeah, totally.
Day in and day out.
Yep.
Is it, would you say that her drive and her passion reflects onto you, or is she more of like, hey, Nate, come on, you got to get after it? Is it a little of both sometimes? Like, where does she help you on that?
I think just her mentality too. We both strive to be better. Like we're both our own worst enemies, of course.
Yep.
No, she's not hard on me. I'm not hard on her. It's like we're hard on ourselves. So just like watching what she's doing, like she does a lot of makeup videos and fashion stuff, and doing social media, more than I am. And I'm like, gosh, then you too. I need to do live videos, or I need to post more.
Okay.
But
she helps you with that stuff.
Totally. Yep. Indirectly in a way.
Okay.
She's not like, Nate, you need to do this.
Yeah.
But indirectly because of what she's doing with this other stuff. Yeah.
But I think it's so important to touch on this, because if your spouse and who you're in a relationship with, that's with you day in and day out, is not a team player with you in what you do, and isn't there supporting and motivating you, I mean, that's I don't think it would work.
No, it can't. There's no way.
And she does. And you can help chime in here, but does she not help make you better in what you do every day?
100%.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
If she wasn't as supportive as she was, and was like, just wanted to watch movies all day when I come home, or gave me a hard time for going to a house appointment on my day off, or whatever it might be. Yeah, there's no way I would have the success that I have without her support.
That's huge.
Yeah.
How many hours a day would you say you work typically? And I know it can change, but do you kind of have a typical hours that you put in a week?
I've never actually figured that out. So when you love what you do, man, you don't keep track of that stuff.
That's a good.
You don't keep track.
That's a good.
So
that's huge. And
Yeah.
I had it was about 2 years ago. No, it was 2 years ago. I was battling myself a little bit with, shutting it off. Shutting it off, being like, okay, going home now, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever, right? But I was realizing that when I was trying to pencil in, this is when I work, this is okay, now I need to be done working. And now I need to spend time over here, and kind of almost having light switch, right?
Yep.
Certain light switches throughout my days and weeks, so I could be like, okay, I need to stop working for a while. I realized that was a mentality that was creeping into my mind, that was starting to affect me and starting to bring me down.
Yep.
And I was thinking, like, gosh, there's so many people out there that work 24/7, and you know what? The greatest people in our world that are killing it, they're working all the time. There's nobody that works 9 to 5 that is doing amazing things in our world. There just isn't.
Right.
So I was like, how, there's got to be a shift here I need to make. And you know what I did? Nate, I did this. I said, there's no more of that. There's no, okay, now I'm going to go on vacation and shut my phone off. I haven't shut my phone off in 5 years, where I actually took an actual vacation. But what I did is I made a mental shift, and I said, here's what I'm going to do. From now on, work and life is the same.
Yep.
It's all in one. It's all in one. And it's not that I didn't have a passion for what I do, or like I was just doing it for a job. It was that, I was having a hard time having my breaks throughout the days and weeks, and I was like, this needs to change. And I said, what if it's all in one?
Smash it.
Right?
Yep.
So whether it's 6 a.m. or whether it's Saturday at 2 p.m, I'm not, oh geez, I got to go do some work. It's work and life all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might say, oh, you gotta shut that off.
Hear it a lot, man.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
You work too much.
Yes, I don't agree with that.
Hey man, I'm not working.
When I was doing that, I was way more unhappy. As soon as I made that shift where I'm like, it needs to all be in one. Now, obviously, if I'm spending time with my daughter, yeah, I'm not gonna probably take a call during that hour that I'm playing toys with her, or we're having bath time or whatever maybe it is. I'm saying that I don't go, okay, it's 8 o'clock, I need to not work anymore until tomorrow at 9 or whatever, right?
Yep.
So as soon as I made that shift and having that supportive spouse, oh man,
it's crazy.
It's game changing.
It is a game changer.
Yeah. So and it's funny when I say that, when I asked you and you don't even know your hours you work, because you know what, I don't know what I work either. I really
Couldn't
don't
even come close to pinpointing it.
Right, because
It
it's
all
always
meshes.
changing. And if you're doing something where it's just an all-in-one situation, how is it? Oh, I only work till this. That just boxes you in, I feel like.
Right.
Especially what do you think? Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Especially when you're in, I guess I'm going to say sales, or like building a brand or a business. It's always continuous. Like some of our Jen and I, some of our favorite date nights is staging a home. It's some of our it's like business, but date night, and we're doing it together, and those are some of the best. Those are some of our favorites.
And that's a cool thing too, right there, to point out, I think, for you, and how you are continuing having such great success, is you and your spouse work together. You guys do it together, right?
Yep. I mean, that's huge. That's what makes the success that I'm having in the design industry here locally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's a huge driving force in that.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think in the next couple years in your industry and in general? I mean, how powerful do you see social media being?
Social media it's unbelievable. It's such an easy tool to use. It's huge. Like just from Facebook alone, I don't know how much business I've got. I actually should kind of gauge it a little bit.
But it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. And a lot of people that do contact me or come in and ask for me, they don't even necessarily like my Facebook page, Bismarck Furniture Guy. And I thought that was interesting when I looked at that. Sometimes people are like, I have 2,500 likes. I need more likes. And that's great. But I've noticed that a lot of the people that are getting in touch with me don't even necessarily like my page, but they constantly see it. Okay. Then they'll message or call me or come in and ask for me. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That it's not necessarily how many likes you have. People are seeing it,
Right. But it's the consistency. It's the constant posting.
You have to, yeah.
And you do Facebook Lives, I see, right?
Yeah, I actually don't. That's what I was saying.
Don't?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I do videos, but like you do Facebook Live. My wife does, I think she does Facebook Live. And I know I need to do that more. And that's one of those things that, I'm having a lot of success, but there's always room to grow and learn. Yep. Like doing Facebook Live or YouTube channel
So you're primarily doing photo postings, and you're doing your videos that you're doing, like of the stagings and certain things like that. And then anything else you're doing on social media? Do you do Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat? What all do you use daily?
Yeah, Facebook's the biggest platform, of course, but I have dove into Instagram, and then I did start a YouTube channel, but I have not focused on it too much yet, but at least it started. I'm always like, they say, you think about it. Oh, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. Well, when is the right time? So I think I don't have any subscribers on that. I haven't really focused on it, but I have, 6-7 videos uploaded. But I think it's important to diversify through different platforms, because you have some people that don't do Facebook, but do Instagram or vice versa, maybe just Snapchat, which I don't do, which I want to, play in all of those, of course.
But you just primarily hit Facebook.
Facebook is, it seems like in our area here, Facebook's kind of the hottest social media.
How many clients would you say you get off of Facebook?
Monthly, probably 5 to 7.
Wow.
Yep. This is interesting that you bring that up. Last month, Jen and I were in the Dominican. We didn't get back until maybe the 9th day of the month.
Okay.
And almost all my sales had a phenomenal month last month, even not being there half the month.
Okay.
Like it exploded. It was crazy.
Wow.
I think almost all of my customers were either referrals or Facebook, or like I sold them in the past. So it was appointments, not necessarily waiting for clients to come into the store. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I tell people all the time that social media is everything. I mean, it's exactly where our society is turning to. And I mean, clearly, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. I mean, look at the amount of business you're getting off of it.
Right.
By just posting what you love and what you're doing.
What I'm doing already.
Yeah.
Throwing it on.
You're
online.
just throwing it on what you're doing, and people are organically reaching out to you, correct?
Yep.
Wow.
And then, of course, sometimes I'll boost here and there, and that's amazing what that does. And investing in your business, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Which you obviously do.
How often do you post, do you say, on Facebook on a weekly basis? Do you post daily or do you post weekly? What do you usually
Average is like 5 times. Every day I try to.
Okay.
And
you've been doing that how long? Utilizing Facebook
religiously,
for your business?
probably like a year and a half, 2 years. So not very long.
Okay.
But I have had it since 2012. Okay. So it's really interesting to go back and look at those posts versus now.
Yep.
It's pretty neat to see the progress, I guess, in my career and the way I post and all that kind of stuff from back in the beginning to now. It's crazy.
I bet it is. And even just the quality of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But that's the key. You gotta dive in, and a lot of people will go, well, I'm not good on camera, or I'm kind of nervous, or what if. That's the whole problem right there. You gotta just get after it right away, and you'll get better.
Yep.
Through your social media outlets, as you post, as you do videos, as you do photos, as you start to develop your niche inside of social media. I see it all the time. People that were posting a while back and now they're posts now.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
It's a learned thing.
It is. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And if you just keep waiting till you're comfortable, you'll never be comfortable.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna do a live video or post a video, or you're nervous of what kind of response you might get or how many likes you might get, it doesn't matter.
Were you nervous to start marketing and expressing your passion on Facebook right away? Were you hesitant, or were you just realize you had to do it? What made you dive into it? Because you do a lot on social media.
Right. Yeah. The big thing right away is just that there's a free way at that time to just get your name out there more. Just again,
still
branding.
Is free,
and it still is free, and it's way bigger now than it was in 2012. I think when I started my furniture guy page.
Okay.
So, what was the question again? I just lost my train of thought.
When you started,
I was looking at all your trophies over there.
when you started diving into Facebook, were you hesitant right away? Were you like, I don't know if I should do this because what if people think this about me? Were you nervous right away to start marketing inside of your Facebook personal page?
A little bit, yes.
You were?
Just because you get, a lot of people will get defeated, you don't get any response, or it's not working. I posted, 5-10 times and not getting anything out of it. And it was good for me though, mentally. Even
Right.
with customers in the store, it kept me sharp. You know, there's a lot of slow time in the store during, you know, a 10-hour day.
Yeah.
So these things keep you sharp. So
Got
yeah, you're reaching out to customers and trying to get business that way, but it's also keeping your head in the game.
Yes.
So when you do have an opportunity, you're sharp. You're ready to go instead
it.
of being, you know, on something else.
And now could you see yourself without Facebook and still trying to do your job?
No.
Isn't that wild?
No, it's crazy. Yeah, just these couple of years, how this
It-
changes people's lives, their businesses. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, kind of one of the last questions I wanted to ask you, I guess, that we should touch on is when you are having, you know, maybe some low times or maybe some tougher times with sales or, you know, things aren't really necessarily going well for you. Is there something that you click to mentally? Because obviously when you were telling me back in the day, you know, in gym class when you got that B, that bothered you, right? But you know, you've always kind of had this thing about you where you excel no matter what you put yourself into, whether it was soccer, selling personal training, selling furniture, right? You dive right in and you go after it. It's not always, you know, sunshine and rainbows in sales.
Definitely
I'm in
not.
sales as well. Every day it's not like, oh, I'm going to sell a lot, yay.
Yeah.
It gets hard sometimes. What gets you through when it's super hard? Do you have something inside of you that you got to go to that clicks mentally? I mean, what do you have? Is there something in there?
That's a really good question that I've never had, and I've had a lot of questions, you know, visiting with people or speaking in front of people.
Yep.
Gosh, I hate being like, let's say, on the bottom or like low man or on the totem pole, I guess you'd say. Or I think again, it's just the competitiveness, the drive. And there are a lot of times that are slow and you're not selling anything or you don't have any appointments. But I know doing this so long, it will come. I know that, especially if I put in the work.
That's it.
Put in the time. So
That's it.
yeah.
So what it is for you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is it's that competitive drive that you don't want to get a B. You don't want right. You don't want to be one of the guys in third or fourth or fifth place.
Right.
In your drive for being number one, is what it is for you.
Yep. And to prove that I don't deserve, I deserve better than a B or whatever it is. Kind of prove the naysayers wrong. I
like that.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah. No, I like that.
So
and
some
that's
people
great.
say you can't or that you can't do that.
Yeah.
Facebook won't work. Doesn't work. Okay.
You're like, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong then,
Yeah,
because I'm gonna be the best still.
Sure did prove some
that.
of those people wrong.
I like that. And you probably don't even really know necessarily all the time that that's what it is, but I think that's what it is for you.
Yep.
And that's enough. That's all you need, right?
Yeah, it is. That was a good
like
question. Thank you, Travis. It's a good one.
You got it. Well, hey man, I want to finish up. I told you what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a fun. You can't look yet.
I'm grabbing my questions.
All right, good. So always at the end here,
Hold a
on
second.
the show.
This is a customer. I got to get back to him. I'm working. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna do a quick 10 rapid fire random questions. I know I told to have you bring some questions.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay.
And then you can ask your 10 for me. So
we're not going every other, huh?
No, I'm gonna go 10 in a row. Yep. And you got a couple seconds to answer each question.
What happens if it takes me 5 seconds?
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, you're good.
Family Feud style.
Favorite movie?
Crap. Favorite movie?
Yeah.
Blow.
Okay. All right. Favorite piece of furniture in your house?
Our sectional for sure.
Okay. What toothpaste do you use?
Interesting. You had this the other day. I think it's Crest.
You think?
Jen buys
but you're not even sure.
Crest whitening with maybe like a mint
But
flavor.
you're not sure.
I'm not sure.
That's awesome.
And I squeeze the tube through the middle instead of the end, and my wife hates that. She rolls it.
How often do you shower?
Once a week. Just kidding. Every morning.
Once a day?
Once a day.
Okay. Favorite song?
Favorite song? Right now? Something from the 80s.
Okay. Not a specific one though.
I don't know what it's called.
80s is your thing though. That's your type
for
of
the
music?
moment. For the moment.
moment.
So I think maybe we just went to an 80s concert with my parents. Maybe
Okay.
That's why. Stick scenario.
Okay.
And my wife loves. She still has a Walkman, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's an 80s girl.
Loved when those things used to skip.
Yep.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Do you
Favorite
sing
song?
in the shower?
I don't, but I do sing around the house sometimes. And Jen's like, what's going on?
So you sing in the house?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure do. And clap.
And clap. I clap too.
Yep.
Do you cook?
I don't. I do. Breakfast food.
Okay.
And grill.
And grill.
Once in a while.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of crap for that.
But not
Because
often.
it's very rare.
You don't often
you
cook.
don't grill. No.
Okay.
No.
Biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
When people say they're bored.
Favorite childhood role model?
Hulk Hogan.
Man. Favorite hobby? Man, I like Hulk Hogan too. I'm not gonna lie. Favorite hobby?
Funny. Favorite hobby? Working. No. Favorite hobby? Probably in the summertime, going on the pontoon. River life. River life for sure. Which,
Like it.
seriously, it snowed again today?
The sun will come.
Yeah, it's nice out now.
Yeah.
That was it?
That was your 10.
Good questions.
Yeah, I tried. I think I knew I was going to throw you off on one. The toothpaste
She had
one.
good ones. Mine are kind of weird. That's what's going to make this good.
Good. Okay, I'm ready.
So, Travis, if it was the year 1818, what would you be doing instead of 2018? 200 years ago.
What would I be doing for work?
Yeah.
I feel like I would be in sales as well.
Selling those elixirs and potions on the side.
I'd be selling something, whether it would be, anything
Sales.
like that. I'd be in sales, yep.
Okay. Good enough for me. What's your favorite emoji? And why?
Ooh, yes. I love emojis, by the way. I love them. I use them all the time.
Facebook, texts.
My
Help
favorite.
tell the story.
My favorite one is this one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I think I like that one because thumbs up is cool, and I use that one a lot. But this one, to me, it's like a kind of generalized, like, all right, man, we're good.
Perfect.
Like, that's I don't even know, what would you call this one?
The okay? Like the yep.
Yeah, that's mine.
Next one like this. You can
Yeah.
use that one?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
What's the worst job you had?
Oh, that's easy. My third year in college out in Minneapolis, I worked for a hydraulic hose company for a summer, and I was the shop guy. I was essentially the shop hand. So I mopped the floors. I took out the garbages. When they would cut hoses and have to throw them in the truck to get them out to one of the companies, they'd cut the hoses. Whenever pieces would fall on the floor, I'd have to pick up the hoses where they'd be this big, all different sizes. I'd have to do inventory in the back for the pieces at the end of the hoses that they would stick onto the hoses. And bad job.
Bad job.
Yep.
Let's forget that one, right?
Yep, that one's gone.
How tall are you actually?
I love this one. You know why I love this one?
Why do you love this one?
Because I tell everybody 5'4",
Yep.
and for years people are like, you're not 5'4". I'm actually like 5'3" and 3/4. I'm just a little bit under 5'4", but I like to quickly give an answer. So I'm like 5'3" and a half.
5'3" and a half.
Yeah, but I'm 5'4".
And then depending on like me, the spike.
Yeah.
You count that.
And I kind of get up
right?
on my toes a little bit.
A little bit. Oh, bouncy on the heels.
Yep.
What's your favorite app that you use besides Candy Crush, which I'm sure you play all day long?
I don't have that on my phone.
I can't see you having that on your phone.
My favorite app on my phone.
Like as a tool or...
Yeah. So obviously Facebook doesn't count.
No.
Snapchat count?
Let's do
Non-social media
platforms.
Oh man, okay. You know what? It's funny, if you looked at my phone, that's pretty much all I got. I would say then it would be Spotify.
Spotify.
Music to me is oxygen.
That's huge, yeah.
I listen to music from the minute I wake up until the moment I go to sleep in different fashions, right? Whether it's in my car or it's on my phone or it's when I'm working out or if I'm at home on YouTube. Music goes through every day with me, no matter what, wherever I'm at.
That's a good one because I have like SoundCloud, Pandora. I'm a music guy too. Sets the
Spotify.
mood. Spotify.
Yep.
Travis, if you had the choice of going left or right, which way would you go?
Right.
And why is that?
I don't know. It just feels better.
Doesn't it feel like you're going forward, maybe?
Maybe because I'm right-handed. I don't
Could
know.
be.
Going right just feels right. Right feels right. I don't really like left. I don't know. That's a good question because that feels weird. Right.
Uh-oh, all your left haters. Watch out. So there's a lot of records in the Guinness Book of Records. If you could break one of those, what would it be?
Ooh.
There's lots of random ones.
There is a lot of random ones,
anything.
Right? It's kind of random. I've always been a competitive push-up guy.
There you go.
Probably the most push-ups.
With 2 arms or 1?
2.
2 arms.
I don't like one arm.
Fingertips
just
or
regular.
just straight palms?
Just
Okay.
regular.
Okay.
So,
What is the record? Do we know?
It's probably a lot more than I could do right
Where's
now.
Where's that guy? Like we were talking about Joe Rogan. That looks everything up.
Right.
Nolan.
Check it. So push-ups.
Push-ups. Okay. When do you think you're gonna bring the Band-Aid back under your eye? You might have to tell a little bit of the backstory on that one.
Oh, man. To answer your question, never.
Never. Okay.
Never.
Good.
No. Yeah.
Not
So
even a guaranteed rate one or anything like that.
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
The Band-Aid that got retired back in high school.
Back in high school.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Sounds good. Moving forward.
10,507.
10,000. Oh, nice.
10,507.
You think you can handle that? Oh my
Man.
God.
Wait, 10,000?
10,507 non-stop push-ups.
Holy. Better
What
start
does
working.
that dude's pecs look like?
No
I mean,
kidding.
are they just
I have to Google a
mannequin
picture of
looking?
him later.
wow?
10,507.
I
Hey,
think-
good luck with that. You
I
want to change
think-
that? Answer.
Man, I bet at the most right now, if we went on the floor right now, I could probably do like 100, 150, and then I would be,
Be gas.
it'd be between there.
Oh,
But that's still a
That's a
lot.
lot.
In a row.
10 grand, 10,000.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, good luck with that one. What song would you pay money to never hear again?
Oh man, I have a love-hate relationship with the Sweet Caroline.
Da, da, da.
Oh man,
Everyone's
sometimes I
gotta-
I
yeah.
hear that song and I just want to say turn it off. But then
Then you start singing it.
when we
like
just
I just
sang
did
it made me feel
Yeah.
good. It's weird.
I think Nolan even said something over there. He
Man,
started singing.
you know, I would say probably that song.
That song? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Last question.
Okay.
Who would you recommend people go see for their furniture?
Who would I recommend people see?
Who should they go see if they're in the market for furniture? Who would you say, hey, go see this guy?
Nate Pedersen.
Nice. Appreciate that.
All right, man. Yeah, you got it. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, here's for saying that.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Nice work. Good
All
stuff.
right, man. Cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun.